One cargo ship can make or lose $1 billion here is exactly how. Most people never think about cargo ships, but right now somewhere in the ocean, a single vessel is carrying goods worth more than most people will earn in a lifetime. Today, we are going inside the real economics of owning a cargo ship. The costs, the profits, the risks, and what makes this industry tick. The invisible industry running the world. Think about the last thing you bought. Your phone, your clothes, your food. There is a very strong chance that at some point in its journey to you, that product sat inside a massive metal box on a cargo ship somewhere in the middle of an ocean. Approximately 90% of everything traded globally moves by sea. That number is not an exaggeration. It is simply how the world works. The cargo shipping industry is the invisible backbone of global trade. Without it, modern civilization, as we know, it stops functioning within weeks. And yet most people know almost nothing about how this industry actually works financially. How much does a cargo ship cost? How does the owner actually make money? What are the real risks? And why do some shipping companies become extraordinarily wealthy while others collapse completely? Today, we are going to answer all of those questions in plain, simple language that actually makes sense. What a cargo ship actually costs. Let us start with the most obvious question. How much does a cargo ship cost? The honest answer is that it depends enormously on the type and size of vessel. But the numbers are always very large. A small general cargo vessel might cost somewhere between $5 million and $20 million to purchase. A medium-sized bulk carrier, the kind that carries grain, coal, or iron ore, can cost anywhere from $20 million to $60 million. A large container ship capable of carrying tens of thousands of containers can cost between $100 million and $200 million. And the very largest vessels ever built, the ultra-large container ships that carry over 20,000 containers, can cost close to $250 million or more. These are not small investments. These are among the largest single asset purchases any business can make outside of real estate or aerospace. But the purchase price is just the beginning. The operating costs nobody talks about. Buying the ship is actually the easier part to understand. The ongoing operating costs are where the real complexity begins. A large cargo ship running continuously costs money every single day it exists, whether it is carrying cargo or sitting empty in a port. Fuel is the single largest operating expense for most cargo ships. A large container ship can consume somewhere between 100 and 300 metric tons of fuel every single day at normal operating speeds. At current fuel prices, that can translate to operating fuel costs of $50,000 to $150,000 per day just to keep the engine running. Over the course of a year, that single cost alone can reach tens of millions of dollars. Then there is crew. A cargo ship needs a professional crew working around the clock. Depending on the size of the vessel, a crew might include anywhere from 15 to 30 people. Captains, engineers, navigators, deckhands, cooks. These are skilled professionals who need to be paid competitive wages, housed, fed, and transported to and from the vessel regularly. Annual crew costs for a large vessel can easily reach $1 million to $3 million. Maintenance and repairs add another significant layer. A vessel this large operating in saltwater environments experiences constant wear, regular dry docking where the ship is pulled out of the water for inspection, and maintenance is required every few years and can cost millions of dollars each time. Unexpected repairs can cost even more and cannot always be predicted or budgeted for in advance. Port fees, insurance, administration, and regulatory compliance add further costs that accumulate continuously. The total daily operating cost for a large cargo ship running at full capacity can range from $20,000 for a smaller vessel to over $100,000 per day for the largest container ships. If this is genuinely surprising you, hit that like button right now. It helps more people find this video and keeps this channel growing. How cargo ship owners actually make money. So with all those enormous costs, how does anyone actually make money owning a cargo ship? The answer comes down to one fundamental concept: charter rates. When you own a cargo ship, you essentially have a very large, very expensive piece of equipment that other companies want to use. Shipping companies, trading companies, and major manufacturers need vessels to move their goods. They do not always want to own the ships themselves, so they pay ship owners to use their vessels. This payment arrangement is called a charter. There are several types, but the most common are time charters and voyage charters. In a time charter, the person hiring the ship pays a daily rate for a fixed period of time. They take operational control of the vessel during that period. The ship owner receives a predictable daily income that may cover operating costs and hopefully generate a profit above them. In a voyage charter, the ship is hired for a specific journey from one port to another carrying a specific cargo. The ship owner quotes a rate for that specific voyage and takes on more of the operational risk and responsibility. Charter rates fluctuate constantly based on supply and demand in the global shipping market. When global trade is strong and ships are in high demand, charter rates rise significantly. When trade slows or too many ships enter the market, simultaneously charter rates can fall dramatically, sometimes below the daily operating cost of running the vessel. This volatility is the central financial challenge of the entire industry, the boom and bust reality. Here is something that surprises most people about cargo shipping. It is one of the most cyclical and volatile industries in the entire global economy. During the COVID-19 pandemic, shipping rates went absolutely extraordinary. Global supply chains were disrupted simultaneously. Demand for goods surged as people spent money on products rather than experiences. Ports became congested. Ships were in desperately short supply relative to demand. If this gave you something genuinely interesting to think about today, share it with someone who would find it fascinating, and I will see you in the next video.